Welcome to IndAus Media. My name is Jomon John. Today we have a special guest, Sandi Mitra, our local hero, finalist for Australian of the Year 2024 and winner of ACT Outstanding Excellence for Diversity and finalist for ABC Community Spirit Award and ex-chairman of India-Australia Association of Canberra. Now Sandy is running for ACT Assembly representing Brindabella as a Liberal candidate. Let's welcome Sandi Mitra.
Oh, hello, John. Pleasure of having you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for
And hello to all the viewers.
Let me begin asking you, as a migrant yourself, settling in a new country can be very challenging. Sometimes require a lifetime of efforts. How do you find time to engage so much in the community?
Oh, that is a very interesting question, in fact, John. I've never thought about it that deeply. John, to start off with, I think, you need to have a really passion to serve for anything in your life. Once you make your passion your mission, that is the place where the real achievement, or rather you can call it as a success, or you can call it as your commitment, that comes from there. So you know what, my dad is a very big moral hero of mine, and he's my everything. So unfortunately, he's quite elder now, and he was into Indian military force. He always used to tell me, and that son, in life, there are two things. One is called sense of accomplishment, where it's all about very naturalistic, things you can achieve. It can be a house, $1 million of cars, and, so it's all about sense of accomplishment, which can also be measured, right? But then there is another thing, which is called sense of fulfillment. So if you think into it, there are some people like Gandhi. He had a choice of having a big sense of accomplishment, or Nelson Mandela. But then the sense of fulfillment is the place where they choose, where they find that they can get an opportunity to do something which is very visionary, which cannot be measured. Okay? And as I said, for sense of fulfillment, you need to have a very high passion towards it. And that is the reason, John, I have always found that, sense of accomplishment is something we all are working hard and will achieve sometime. But then sense of fulfillment is the service, which I need to pay to the Mother Earth as a rent, as Mother Teresa says, to live it. That is the reason, I think once you have that sense of fulfillment approach, that I need to do something back to the community, then that passion comes.
Okay.
And it's a very infectious disease,
That's
my
right.
brother.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's what.
That's excellent. Considering you being approached by many other major political parties, why you have chosen Liberal Party?
Okay, that's again, another very interesting questions. Look, John, yes, obviously, I have been approached, and with due respect, to all the political views, for me, I looked into the values and principles, because I'm a very value-oriented person. To me, everything in life is all about principles and values, right? And where you are aligned with, your thought process are aligned with. When I grew up, I think my upbringing was a very libertarian approach, which is all about taking responsibilities, okay? Taking accountabilities, building and looking after yourself, your family, and grow your communities, and look after and grow the governance as well. So I think it's just those, core principles. When I had a look, I found that I'm more libertarian compared to any other parties. So, our party has the first principle is basically, feel pride for the nations. I feel pride for being or choosing Australia as my homeland. And as well India as my motherland. Second thing, a party which by mindset. The most of the migrant communities, they apply this principle a lot. When you come to your nations,
Yeah.
where do we start from? Very scratch. But then you know what? It's because for the mindset of our innate responsibilities and accountabilities, and taking the responsibilities that today what am I is because for I am myself. I don't blame anyone. What is my situations is because for me. That is what our libertarian principle says. This is where I found that, hang on a second, I am like that. And today, whatever I've achieved is because I've always owned that responsibilities and accountabilities. I felt that, no, this is the party. So, family values.
Yeah.
Liberal puts the family first.
Yeah.
Okay? A entrepreneurial mindset. Liberal puts the entrepreneur first. So there is, so many principles, and I can talk about our 35 principles, and that will be all for tonight's interview. But these are the things I found that I am a staunch liberal, my believer, and that is why I've chosen this party, because it's very important before you commit to something, your values and principle has to be aligned with it.
That's right.
No matter whatever side of the bench you're sitting.
That's right. Yeah. What are the challenges and difficulties you are facing in this newfound passion of politics?
It's a new beginning.
Yes.
Okay, so to me, see, look, I'm quite used to of taking challenges in my life. Obviously, when I came to Australia, I grew up in a very under poverty line. One day we'll talk about it, what was my past. But so I'm quite used to. But the thing, every time, any new journey we begin in life throws you up with the challenges. But those challenges only gives you two things. You learn or you lose. To me, success is all about learning to fail
Yeah.
and be and follow the process. So now coming back to your questions, the challenges in this journey, to me, every day before I was in a very kind of mindset where it is a lot more about I know what to do. Okay? But here, like say today, okay, I was not even ready and he just rang me. Rather, can you come? And I'm like, okay, no, that's it. And then we are here today.
Yeah.
Be open and upfront
Yeah.
and then learn from your mistakes. You have to be ready. Morning, you wake up, your life is like, you're performing on a stage
Yeah.
and everyone is watching.
That's right.
There is no chance of mistake. However, one of the things, what this politics is teaching me, if you do mistakes, commit to it and accept it. Again, coming back to my libertarian value.
Yeah.
So be ready for anything,
Yeah.
anything surprising.
Yeah.
Again, that surprises, which will surprise you, for some people it can be very stressful. For me, I find it that learn something new. Anything which comes to your life to challenge you,
Yeah.
trust me, brother,
Yeah.
it gives you a message of learning something new. And that's what is my challenge is how I cope up of learning every moment something new because
Yeah. Yeah.
this can be quite unpredictable.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is again a new thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Second thing, another one more thing as well, which I am finding challenges is basically it's a, you call that as 9 to 5 in life, that it's a comfort zone,
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is the time, which is teaching me that no 9 to 5 exists
Yeah.
in the place where the change happens.
Yeah.
There is always a 5 to 9, which we call performance zones, and we're sitting here.
That's right.
You have to be very adaptable, and it's 24/7 job.
Okay.
Getting used to that as well.
Yeah.
But then again,
Yeah.
I'm keen to learn new things.
Right.
Passion.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That opens up to the next question. If elected, what would be your top priorities for the community, especially Brindabella?
Well, it's a long story to talk about this. I've got a very good example. I keep on sharing it with everyone, but I don't know if you have the time, I'll share it at the end.
Yeah.
Mainly for me to run the politics is I'm finding I've been a Canberra resident for last 18 years, right? I'm just finding that things now in Canberra as a capital city of Australia as a befitting city of this nation, it's just not, that touch is not there. And spatially, I can talk about a lot, right? When you talk about the whole Canberra. But then when I'm looking into the place where I live in, I felt that, for last 23 years, out of this Labour and Green governance, we have always been neglected, outskirted, as if we don't belong in the map of Canberra. Be it, basics. I'm not talking about really simple or like complicated things. I'm talking about basics. Be it city services, which you call, basic roads and footpaths and maintenance. Be it, the releasing more land for affordable housing. Be it basic transports. Okay? Basic transports. Convenience of the transport. Be it safety. Basics again. Safety of the community. Be it, funding for our schools at the Tagarnong, or, be it our own down suburbs and shops. I feel bad when I go to the other part of the Canberra to visit my friend's house and relatives' house. And when I come home, same and same. All we see is, for last 23 years, every cycle of elections, and I can again be very specific, promises after promises after promises. And then, after the election is over, broken promises, broken promises, and broken promises. And I can be specific if you have got the time. This is the reason I'm mainly running for is a neglected Tagarnong, a neglected Brindabella. And I want to be the voice now, because you know what, my dad always used to tell me, son, don't whinge. To make the change, be the change. Here is your change, brother Sandi.
With the rising cost of living and affordable housing being a major concern for Australians, you as a Liberal candidate representing Brindabella, what would be your approach to these, serious matters?
Look, very unfortunately, my friend, we all are affected, isn't it? All right, and the questions is basically, which is on the table is, Canberra has been declared as the highest cost of living index state. Okay. Liberal is a party which always do things to stand for the people, of the people, and by the people. So we are declaring, we have, our party has made some general announcement with the policy line. However, there will be more to come. I'm not into the politics full on yet. I don't know. So far, I think the first one where we're trying to see is how we can add values to the hard taxpayer. Okay? The first thing which comes to our mind is basically the rates. At the moment, households are paying a huge substantial amount of rates. For what? Again, that's a very critical place, and you can talk about it. Where is your rate money going? Which you don't need. Not all of us are getting benefited here in Canberra from them. But what we're saying is, we're going to be standing for the people by putting a cap on the rates of 2.2%. Okay? Now, my friend, that's a huge, substantial saving. At the moment, under Labour and Green government, I can tell you, if these people comes again on this election, it can be a rise again. And as you can see, the utilities are growing up and everything is going up, right? I will tell you around 6 to 7% on an average. That's just based on the history. Canberra Liberal is saying that, look, we're going to put a cap on the rates of 2.2%, and we'll also call up for the independent valuations of your land values based on which the rates will be given or will be, put to your property. On an average, it's a lot more on the details, on our Canberra Party political webpage. Tagodong resident under the Liberal government will be better off around $1,500 a year. That's going back straight to your cost of living. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, we are putting around $65 million back to the community through various things. Now, there are, some vouchers and all which you're giving back to help the families, like, $100 vouchers to the preschool students, up to year 12. Then there is $150 again to the school students. And then, there are lots of those vouchers which you're giving back. Like, you'll hardly see any government probably telling you in this inflation's market, we're giving you some vouchers. So like they said, the party has decided that we'll be giving $65 million back to the families to help with the cost of relief packages. Okay, $50 on your registration rebate of the car rentals, right? Free transport for the students, for the senior citizens, and the concessions card. So these are all adding up. So that's a cost of living.
Yeah.
Again, we are also not punishing the taxpayer by saying that you pay me the taxes money on your rates and all, but your rate money you'll never be able to see. That will go back somewhere in the trend line, which not all part of the Canberras are going to see. And even if the part of the Canberras are going to see that, for our cover, I'll not see that in my lifetime, but I have to pay the tax from now onwards. So, what we are saying that taxpayers' money, you are saying you are going to put back your rate money back to your suburb to fix your suburb. So there is a link in our website where you can go and you can say that I want put your money back to your suburb, and you click that link. I'm happy to send it to you. Where you can just say that, look, I want a local playground. Okay. We'll assess how many requests has come through like that, and those rate monies will be putting back to your suburb for your suburb, not for some tram lines which is going to be building up, not in my lifetime, and not every part of the Canberras are going to get the advantages of it, and which is again anyway lot slower than buses. So these are all the various factors, the cost of living, and as well, there is land release. We're planning for the affordable housing, and there is a lot. So have a look into our policies line, and you'll find that how Canberra label stand for you.
Right. Sandi, given the demands of your political journey, and how do you balance your professional responsibility and family life?
Okay. It's a hard job. All right, but as I said, you just have to follow the process. And the process is don't overanalyze and paralyze the simplicity of life, right? So, and let's say, for example, time management, right? Very important. So, for myself, everything is written. To me, if it is not written, your daily life is never told and you never know.
Okay.
So, I know that morning so and so time I'll wake up, I'll do this, I'll do that. Obviously, I'm not going to put that, I'm going to brush my teeth. Major chores, right? Also, I'll be going to take my dog walk. This time, so everything is written. Second thing is that, my friend, if your family is not supportive, you are no good for nothing. And to always believed, happy wife, happy life.
Yes, sure, yes.
It's sometimes it can be a bit more like just trying to do very important things, like too much intensity going on, and my wife is like, I can see the dishes still there. My friend, if I take my 3 minutes time out of there, I just watch the TV and just get out. Anything next? Say, okay, no. Thank you.
That's right, yeah.
So, maintain your time. Make your wife happy all the time. Okay? As well, your kids are growing. Give them some time because, brother, I think investing to their family is an equity. Okay, so you just need to put it on your time and just try to deliver it. And your family will slowly start seeing as well the changes. Because you know what, man? If you lead by example and if you teach your family as well, look, one thing is that you think all day and achieve nothing. And the second thing is that just don't think. Either react or act and get back to it. Okay? So that is something I have slowly started understanding and putting it in my process. Maybe one day I might master it or maybe I struggle. So far I'm touchwood upgrading here.
Okay.
Wife is still not ranging.
It looks like you're doing great, Sandy. I have to say that.
Yeah.
Sandy, you know, your community commitment and your achievement, professional life and your family life, and you are very inspiration, to, migrant communities, honestly. What would be your advice to the migrant community, the young people, what would be one advice you give to the migrant community?
Okay. Look, I think firstly we should thank the Creator that we are in a country which gives a fair go to everyone. Number one, okay? A country which promote multiculturalism, especially our Canberra, as one of the multicultural fabric society among the whole world. So we should be very lucky that we belong to this country and belong to this capital city, okay? And appreciate that. Have sense of gratitude in your life, guys. Okay, very important. The third thing is, what probably I believe, in life, if your thought process are realistic, everything is possible. Right? Now, it is hard. Visionary. These are the things, which are, you need to have a quiet passion and be very visionary. It is hard. It is very hard to get there. But my friend, always I tell everyone, if it would have been easy, there would have been no Gandhi.
That's right.
If it would have been easy, there would have been no, Winston Churchill or Nelson Mandela or Shakespeare or you just name those people. So it's a hard job. You just need to be comfortable in this uncomfortable situation because success is not a very comfortable place to be in. But have a mindset. Give it a go. Because you know what, my friend, to everyone again I'm saying, when you are at your deathbed, that's again my dad used to tell me, when you are at your deathbed, all your dream comes, okay? Your good dreams, your bad dreams, everything comes in your life. Some of the dreams will come and will tell you, I came to your life, I have given you an opportunity, but you have not opened up your door. Don't regret now. So anything you dream for, to all the migrant communities in these beautiful nations, give it a go. At least you can tell at your deathbed that, okay, fine, no, you came to my life, but you're a bad dream, but you'll not regret. Don't die with regret. So give everything a go.
That's right.
That's the message I give it to all the first migrant communities.
That's excellent. I'm sure the people listening would really love that. That's a great message. One final question. What would be your dream for Canberra, especially Brindabella community and Kakkanattu Valley, once you're elected?
Okay, look, I wanted to share you that story, but then I will probably not go into details. My dream for our Canberra is 23 years. For the past 23 years, as a capital city, from a very experienced, the governance, the Labour and Green government should have been experienced by this time. Okay? To make it one of the best befitting state out of all the states or in this nation, to make it as one of the best cost of living state, to have a better affordable housing, to have the bestest education system, to have the bestest health system, to make it feel like a real capital city. Look at the way the capital city of the other nations are, right? However, what you got, crisis on the health system, crisis on the education system, crisis on the safeties, bad laws which can not only jeopardize or sabotage your life but your future generations, wasting of our money on unnecessary procurements and projects. So bad, bad, bad. Why? That is the question. So I want to see my Canberra where I feel that this is the capital city, and I'll give my best till my life if I get elected, or even if I don't get elected, to make my Canberra one of the most befitting city of these nations. And for my Tagernong, I'm over by seeing Tagernong getting neglected, brother. Why we should be neglected? I call it as a better infrastructure. Let's say one example, okay, better infrastructure, which is again one of my goals. A city where every part of the community or the capital city should have gotten access to commutable necessities in their life. When it comes to Tagernong, well, these basics are missing. You know, when you talk about an investment for a park in some part of Canberra, 6 million, after $6 million of our hard-earned taxpayers' money. After 1 year, they realize that it's almost, well, we haven't put the toilet because for obvious reason. And they're putting in $7 million. And what do you target on people asking for just to fix the swings or something like that? There's just not enough money. But before election, every time it ain't happened this time, big promises. So I want to see, as a capital city, every parts should be feeling that we belong. We're no way different. We're not inferior. We belong to the map of Canberra.
IndAus Media greatly appreciate your time and accommodating us in your busy schedule in politics and in family life and in professional life. We wish you very best in upcoming election as a Liberal candidate representing Brindabella community.
Thank you, IndAus Media. And thank you, John. And look, I'm simply, inspired, and I'm so appreciative with the great job you guys are doing, bringing our motherland India and our homeland Australia together, saluting both the two nations. Guys, remember one thing, we're committed to salute both the two nations. And I've always believed one nation's one vision and one mission, which your organization is also doing, same like my organization I used to work for before. Keep up the great job towards your motherland and towards your homeland and spread this message of love. Thank you.
Thank you.